Figure it out.
Hey, we're live.
We are. Suki, we're live. Did it just say we're live on yours?
Yeah, it did. I was like, hey, we're live. Okay, here we go.
Let me just say, up now, Philly kids. Suk, what's going on, babe? Look at us on a Tuesday. It is Tuesday, right?
It's a Tuesday, and we're hanging out, and it's a hot night with lots of great guests, and we're gonna get into it. By the way, I mean, not just like how I love J-Lo and Ben Affleck, right?
I know that. You know what? I said they were never going to get to the altar. Getting hitched in Vegas doesn't count, okay?
It counts.
That doesn't count. No,
it counts. That's
a bunch of BS.
Did it.
There's no way. She rushed them right in there, J-Lo.
She didn't rush them. They waited a lifetime to get married. It's like a sweet love story, really. And you know what? That was the only way that she could do it. I mean, what was she going to have, like a big wedding again? No, it's just about the two of them. It's just about the two of them. It's beautiful.
I just hope A-Rod's eating his heart out. That's all I care about.
Apparently he said something. I heard somewhere that he had a comment, but probably just, to say, I wish him well.
All right. Well, listen, everybody's loading up. We got a great show coming up. We'll hit the start button in just a few minutes.
Yay!
Suk, lots going on this summer here with the Suki and Scott show. We continue to add TV stations and digital platforms. I could barely keep up with everything anymore. Jeannie Clay already in the house. Everybody's loading up because we're usually not on at 7:30, Suk. We're usually on in the daytime. But it's summer, so we just kind of come on at the the convenience of our guests. We have a great show tonight. Galia Nabil is coming up. Fashion supermodel Suk. She's a beautiful, stunning young lady. Let me see Leo for a second. Bring Leo up.
He's very demanding and
he's very needy.
All of a sudden, my daughter's saying that she needs help going to the bathroom, that she hurt her leg, and
let me see. It's a he. Suki, it's a he. First of all, you have a he. Your dog is a he. Leo. You keep calling her a she.
Leo, come here. Hold on.
Okay, go ahead. Go grab him. We'll start the show in a second while everybody loads up.
Come here, boy.
Suki and I are in the middle of a Zoom meeting yesterday.
God, I can't with him. I'm done with him. I'm done. My daughter is saying she can't walk. Anyway, you want to take this over really quickly for a second? She fell or something. I don't know what's going on. This is what she's writing. Help.
What's that? Where is she? Oh, boy. Where is she? I can't walk? Your daughter's writing, I can't walk in the middle of our show, Suk? What are we going to do? What are we supposed to do?
I don't know. Can you just give me 2 seconds and I'll be right back?
Go ahead. I'll play something and then we'll start. Bye. All right. For a little musical interlude.
Oh,
man, I've never seen anything like this, ladies and gentlemen. Yesterday, we're in the middle of a Zoom meeting with a big television executive pitching the Suki and Scott show. I got Leo, who's just, he's barking away over there. Anyway, we got a great show coming up. Kaitlin Huwe is she's an actress out in Hollywood, been in some fantastic shows and movies. She's also a fantastic singer. She's coming on in just a little while. And we've got a great show coming up for you guys. We got great shows all this week. We have the Rock and Roll Hall of Famers. The Zombies are coming up a little later on. And don't forget about our new show in the studio.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your buddies, your pals, Suki and Scott.
Listen, we have a great show.
Yeah.
It's called the Suki and Scott Show.
Oh, Suk, where did we come up with that idea?
Just a warning, Scott.
What?
We advise everybody, never watch this show. Never watch this show if you want to laugh your ass off.
What? Is this like a reverse psychology thing? Nice.
All right, never watch this show if you want to be part of an exclusive community of friends.
Are we still doing reverse psychology?
I'm doing my best, Scotty.
Yeah. Suk, do we have a ton of celebrities?
Check.
Do we have the best performers?
Of course we do.
And this is a safe place to hang, isn't it?
This is a safe place because no one gets
slapped. Nobody's getting slapped on this show.
No, we're not going there at all.
Can I do the announcer part?
Yes, do it.
The Suki and Scott Show, where happiness lives.
Do I give a thumbs up?
Go.
All taken care of, Sue?
You know what? It's just never a dull day here. It's just never. They come back from camp and you think everything's okay. Now she's like, my knee's blowing up. I'm like, your knee's not blowing up. I can't walk. And then she goes like this. She goes, I was watching the Suki and Scott show. You didn't have to share my text with everybody. I'm like, okay.
That is so funny. All right, Suk. Listen, we're gonna hit the show button.
Let's do it, Scotty.
Gallienne is here. Caitlyn coming up a little later. Here we go, baby. Suki and Scott show right here on a Tuesday night. Come on.
The Suki and Scott show.
This is one of the funnest shows I've ever done.
Lady, when you're with me, I'm smiling.
It's musical. It's magical.
Suki and Scott, the 7 of Hearts. Exactly.
This is a sexy show.
Someone's getting some action.
Now, these larger-than-life personalities are on an exciting new journey as they bring you the Suki and Scott Show.
You guys nailed it. You're great. You ask great questions. You listen.
I answered you because I have respect for you guys, and it was a question respectfully put.
The Suki and Scott Show is your one-stop destination for humor,
You like De Niro when Kate appeared. Counselor!
entertainment,
Jesse's girl.
Wonderful.
Can you paint with all the colors of the wind?
and optimism.
You guys have such amazing energy.
Ultraviolet light gets in there and it just fights. It just fights the kung flu. Is that right? Okay.
Let's laugh together.
I love him.
The Suki and Scott Show.
That's the best intro for a show I maybe have ever seen.
Really?
Your intro is fantastic.
Yes, Eric Roberts. You know how to talk about the show. Eric Roberts, you go, my friend.
He looks, I mean, that head of hair is always, every time I see
know,
it, I'm like,
so-
it's fantastic. It really
so
is.
jealous,
Really
Suki.
good.
I'm so jealous. Suk, listen, before we bring Gallienne in, I was in the Hamptons last week. Just
Aren't you
hobnobbing.
fancy hanging
You
out
know,
in the Hamptons?
Suk, I'm going to parties. I'm at pools. I'm on yachts. It's unbelievable.
I'm at parties. I'm at pools. I'm on yachts.
I'm hanging out with the big wigs. Suk, I got to live like that in the Hamptons one of these days. How
What
the hell
is it like? What is it like to live like
Suk,
that?
I don't know. I walk
What
around
are the
the
rentals
streets.
going for in the Hamptons these days? Because everything is like quadruple what
Suk,
it was
it's
3 years ago.
insane. It's insane. There are houses that are like $150,000 a month, Suk. A month. And it's just
$150,000 a month.
yeah. And the
to
problem
rent
is
out.
to rent out. I take walks around those neighborhoods and I'm pissed. I'm just pissed. I'm an angry young man. And I'm like,
You're
you know,
Zillowing everything.
I'm Zillowing. I'm Googling Google Maps. Who lives here? Listen, speaking of the Hamptons, Suk, very interesting article before we bring Gallienne in onto the show.
Absolutely.
Here's who Christie Brinkley would want with her on a deserted island, Suki. Who do you think she went with?
Billy Joel?
I'll give you three guesses. No, not someone she was married to. Who Christie Brinkley would want with her on a deserted island. I give you 3 guesses. In a million years, you wouldn't get it. I can give you 100 and you still wouldn't get it.
Okay. Is it a male or a female?
Oh, it's a male. It's a male. Christie Brinkley wants this gentleman on an island with her if she was deserted.
Is he a contemporary, like to Christie?
A little younger. I would say probably not as much money.
Harry Styles.
Oh, you're so close, Suki. It's this gentleman right here.
Who the
Guy
heck
by
is
the name
that?
of Bear Grylls.
Oh yes, Bear. Yes,
from Running
yes.
Wild. I guess because he would be a guy who could help her out if she was on a deserted island.
Right,
So,
right,
so real quick, if you were going to be stranded on a deserted island, other than me, who would you want to be?
I guess you need like one of those MacGyver-esque kind of people, and if Bear is one of those, you know what? Didn't he have like a survival show that was on Discovery or something?
Yeah, I think it's that Running Wild.
We interviewed him for something, I believe. Yeah.
So it's that's who Christie wants.
That's who Christie wants.
That's who she wants. Everybody was I'll do it. Listen, Gallienne Nabil is a supermodel. She's on magazines.
Gorgeous. She's absolutely gorgeous.
Photo shoots. She's an entrepreneur. She's got skincare products. I've been watching her laser hair herself all day long. She's taking hair off of places. Anyway, she's a gorgeous young lady, stunning, fantastic look. She's perfect for that role. She's an influencer. She's got a following on TikTok of 10, 15 million people, Sue, just to see her, lip sync and stuff like that. It's fantastic. Very funny young lady. And she's in music videos.
Mm-hmm.
Take a look.
Beautiful.
And then we'll bring her in on the other side. Take a look. won.
Hi,
Gallienne, how
guys.
are you?
I'm doing amazing. How are you guys?
Oh, so great. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight or afternoon where you are, right? Where are you out in LA?
Yep, I'm out in LA. Yes, it's just yeah, pushing 5 o'clock right now. So
How beautiful is it? What's the weather like there? Is it hot, hazy?
it
Humid?
is definitely, it is really hot. I just got back from Miami. So honestly, this is feeling like paradise right now because Miami is just on fire. But it's still pretty hot here. But, you know, I can do hot without humidity.
Me too. Me too. I can do hot without humidity.
I love it. Gallienne, wait, do your friends have a nickname for you? Do they say Gallienne every time? Do they call you Gal? What do they call you?
Yeah, so my name was kind of long, you know, and everyone, for the most part, butchers it. So you guys definitely did a great job at that, at getting it right. But everyone likes to call me Gally, Gal, or G. It's typically what I go by.
G.
So whatever works for you guys.
Tell us about your name. My name is Sukanya Krishnan. So we're all defined by our names and where we're from. So tell us about the name you were given. Go ahead.
I love that. So I have 3 brothers. All 4 of us were born very close in age, and my mom gave all of us the exact same initials, which is G and H. Yeah, so we all have a first name that starts with G, and we all have a middle name that starts with an N. So my first name is Gallienne, and my middle name is Nabila. And so Nabila is actually Arabic, and it actually means noble in Arabic, and I'm actually not Arabic. My mom's half French English, and my dad is Guyanese. So
how beautiful.
Yeah, so my Gallienne is French, but I'm also, you know, that came from my mom's side. My mom is very unique when it comes to names.
Oh, how beautiful.
Thank you.
Now, Gallienne, when you, I was watching some of your TikToks today, and I mean, you have several million followers, which is
huge
insane.
Influencer.
When you look at those numbers, are you just like, I mean, that's more than TV shows get, right? When you get, when people have 10, 30, 50 million followers. Do you carefully put out those TikTok videos, or it's just kind of like something comes to you want to lip sync this, you want to do this here, whatever it is, and you just say, screw it, and you throw it out there? With that many followers, you have to carefully plot it out as to what you're putting out there content-wise.
It's so funny how you're asking me that because no, it was the complete opposite at first. And honestly, I still kind of stayed true to this even to this day. So I did start a TikTok going into the pandemic. I mean, I'm sure as a lot of people did. TikTok definitely came out at the perfect time with everything that happened. And I just, you know, I love to be funny. I love to laugh. I love to just, you know, I love to enjoy myself. So I just was doing TikTok just being funny, just, you know, doing like funny voiceovers and everything. And everyone's like, oh my God, you're so funny. You're so good at this. And I'm like, oh, thanks. And I was just releasing content. And it was so funny because brands were contacting me, trying to get me to promote this and, you know, pay me to do this and do this. But I just was like, I couldn't help but just want to stick with my same little, you know, niche of just kind of being funny and being able to be myself. And I also love TikTok because it really gave me a platform to be able to be a little bit more open with my personality. Because with Instagram, it's so like, you know, it's almost like runway, like models walking down a runway. And then like TikTok is like, it's like a concert, you know what I'm saying? Like everyone's just like, woo, it's like free, do whatever you want.
There's a lot of energy on that. Yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely love the platform.
I mean, it feels like everything kind of, okay, so when you were growing up, like your parents, like, you know, you're like, how do you explain to families? Like, you know, my parents can't even understand what we're doing right now because it's all about creating content. It's all about like you as yourself, as a brand, putting yourself out there. How did you get to that point where you were like, okay, I think I'm going to try this and I think I'm going to take this, you know, to another level?
Yeah, for sure. So just a little fun fact, both my parents actually had my 3 brothers and I, you know, my mom kind of in her early 40s. So she did kind of have us a little bit later. So for her and my dad especially, they're just like, they're super traditional, like super old school. And they're just like, what is this? Like, what's going on with the culture and this generation? It's actually really funny to witness that. But I'm very grateful to say I have very supportive parents. But I signed with an agency, my first agency when I was 10. And I did like my whole life. So it's actually really, really funny because my mom already was kind of familiar with the industry a little bit, but really more on like the commercial mainstream side. So around the age of 17 is when I got off of my latest contract with my agency, and I was basically a free agent. And instead of jumping straight back into another agency, Instagram was kind of doing its thing, when I'm in high school, and I'm like, let me play this out a little bit, it's kind of fun. And I was having brands reach out to me and everything like that. I was actually a year and a half, 2 years into college, and I was given amazing opportunities in Miami and in LA. So I took advantage of the opportunities. I moved to Miami first, and because college is always there, and everything kind of worked out how it did. And my parents look back now, and my mom's like, I used to handle everything, speak with the agents, and put me in the pageants and everything. And she's like, now you're off and flying and doing everything on your own, because social media will mature you, pretty quickly with traveling and, speaking with people, and you're able to do a lot of things on your own.
Well, I mean, you were kind of on the cutting edge of that whole thing. Timing was right there with you, right?
No, 100%. Even seeing like younger, males and females who are like in elementary school, middle school, high school now, they're like, I want to be an influencer. I want to do this. I want to do that. And then you're just like, wow, when I was that age, like it just happened. It wasn't even like a thing that I wanted to get into. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Gal, you now I noticed you love to do a lot of lip syncing on.
So does Scott. So does Scott, Gal. It's just
really?
do you like to sing? Actually sing or no?
So I did used to sing a lot, actually, growing up. I sang all the way up until I was probably about 18, 19 years old, because with pageants, there's a talent portion, and singing was always my talent. And my mom also used to sing as well. But when I did hit around 18, 19, modeling took over like my life. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of became like my main thing for like the longest time. And just recently, I feel like I might end up getting back into singing a little bit, because it was very, very, very fun. It was something I was very passionate about, and it's hard to be able to do so many things at once and go full force with all of those things,
Yeah. So what, like in the pageants, what was like your go-to song? Your go-to pageant song.
I was doing Broadway music, so it's definitely not something. I was not singing Drake or Sierra. It's something I probably would have liked to have sang. But yeah, back then in pageants, like Broadway music was always like the way to go.
Yeah. But like is there a specific song that you used to do?
Yeah. So basically the whole like Wicked playlist, which if you know, like, you guys are from New York, duh.
Yeah, we love Wicked. Yeah,
I'm so used to having to like explain things to people.
No, we love
Because
Broadway,
I knew you.
Yes,
my life's been changed. So what from Wicked? Because I'm getting down to the nitty gritty here. I want to hear you sing like 20 seconds of that
Green
song.
Day, Gravity. Define Gravity. Yeah. So I was doing like a lot of those songs. Wow. It's such a throwback, like thinking back to singing those songs. I did actually sing a couple Kelly Clarkson songs as well, now that I'm thinking about it. I did sing Great Balls of Fire. Wow. This is crazy. Yeah. And I'm just now realizing like there was a lot of variations. I thought it was just Broadway. No, I was doing everything.
All right, so you were doing pop and rock and like, yeah.
I guess so. But definitely mainly Broadway. But nowadays, I mean, pageants are definitely not what they used to be. They're not like, I mean, even the Miss America, the Miss USA organizations are changing drastically. So I don't think nowadays girls are really singing Broadway as much. They may be trying to like make it a little bit more modern now. Yeah. But back then, yeah, that's what it was.
You had to
so
have
I was
talent
going
portion.
to the Wicked show, and I was actually, going to these shows and actually watching on Broadway and everything like that as well.
That's cool.
All right. So my job as a lawyer here in this courtroom, I have not yet gotten you to sing one of those Wicked songs.
Oh my
Kelly
gosh! Forgive me. I don't know. It's been so long. It's been a long time. I know you guys probably went through my history, and you're like,
we did. We're like, we want to find out all the dirt. We want to get a good interview out of you.
You guys are definitely wow. This is yeah. I definitely do have some stuff on the internet with me singing. I was so young though. I definitely have not prioritized singing in the last 5 years or so, because modeling has been everything for me. Becoming an entrepreneur has been taking over my life. So and then influencer stuff as well. It's been like a whole thing. So I probably will not be singing for you today, but
that's okay.
maybe I'll come up with something, and maybe when I come back on, I might surprise you guys.
All right,
Oh,
we'll
good,
get
good.
it.
So talk to us about your entrepreneurship, because there's a lot
Yeah,
of
I
things
saw
that
you.
I mean,
A lot of shaving, but not shaving. It's all like that laser removal and all
You're
kinds of
so
stuff.
funny. No, laser hair removal, I'm telling you, is life changing.
Yeah.
Not
you don't have
having
to tell him he's got 3 girls, so he's fine.
Yeah, I'm sure you know about all that. So yeah, I've been taking a lot of necessary steps to becoming an entrepreneur, bettering myself every single day. So it kind of started off when I kind of started getting into investing. I actually found a financial advisor who I absolutely love. She's amazing. And I started learning a little bit more about investments and about, just inflation and how, the dollar literally decreases every single day. And I'm like, I need to put my money into assets and into the stock market and bonds and cryptocurrency and things of that nature. So I kind of took it upon myself to learn a little bit. My financial advisor has taught me a lot, and I have a lot, put up in stocks and bonds and mutual funds, as well as cryptocurrency. And then I'm also in the process of acquiring, my first couple of assets involving real estate, which is really exciting, because I am 24 years old. So I've been doing this now for the last 3 or 4 years, like, taking this a little bit more like, because the pandemic, it really, really like opens your eyes up a lot, and I feel like it was a really good maturing stage for a lot of us, like a younger generation. So that's kind of what I started with. And then I also am working on a beauty brand that I'm extremely excited to be dropping soon. It's going to be releasing probably more like closer to the end of the year, but I don't want to get I don't want to give too much away, but it does involve body and hair and skincare and beauty. So it's going to be really exciting.
You know what's so interesting is that, like, I feel like when I was growing up, skincare was for like when you were like 40 and older. Nobody really talked about skincare. Now my nieces, they're like 16, 17, 15. They're doing moisturizer from here all the way on up, sunscreen. I mean, it's just incredible how much knowledge is out there about taking care of yourself, putting yourself first.
I love it. It's like a whole, it's really like a whole
mind, body, soul.
Yeah, it's a whole 360, and more than anything, like even outside of like skincare and people paying a little bit more attention to their physical appearance, people are paying more attention to their health and their wellness and what they consume and what they put on their bodies, and even their deodorant, not wanting to have aluminum in it. Like, and I actually love seeing people, strive more for health and for fitness and for wellness. And you guys are probably aware, I mean, we live in some of the biggest states in terms of the industry and everything of that nature. So New York and LA and even Miami sometimes, where we were already kind of a little bit forward in terms of like LA, especially, being like vegan and taking more into consideration about what you put on your body and put in your hair and on your skin. So I remember when I first moved to LA 3 years ago, I felt like I literally should have been like strucken down with lightning because I eat meat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, whoa, like I'm really not living my life right. And my mom, she's like a Southern belle. So she was like, drink your whole milk and eat your steak. I told you guys my parents are very traditional, and I'm like, no, things are changing. I changed up the whole household. I had to.
So wait, so are you completely vegan now? Are you?
I am not. So I'm not vegan. I'm basically more of a pescatarian. I do.
Pescatarian.
I drink oat milk, almond milk, all that. I take my health more into consideration, but I am very, very active in the gym. Like, fitness is a very big part of my life. So,
obviously you don't look like that if you're not serious.
Yeah, I definitely take it very seriously. So, now in my household, my dad is an incredible cook, and I tell him, I'm like, sorry, no more pork, no more whole milk. I said, if you guys want to eat steak, that's fine. I just probably won't come over for dinner that day. But for the most part, yeah, it's fit. Sometimes chicken for me, but yeah.
I love it. Gallienne, being a guy who came from the sports world as I have, and I was looking at, all these photos of you today. Lots of photos of Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah. You.
Now, are you guys good friends? Did you date at one point? Were you, I didn't really read the articles. I just saw there were a lot of photos of you guys together, just walking in the were TMZ type of stuff. And now you're like, oh no, I can't believe he's asking me about Floyd Mayweather. But were you guys like an item at one point? Are you friends now? Give us a little scoop on that.
So what I will say is he is definitely an amazing person. He has definitely taught me a lot. Just in terms of just being a woman, conducting myself in the best way that I can. Speaking about this and seeing pictures of him, it's so funny. But yeah, being able to just, move better as a woman, make better decisions. He's gotten very, very close with my family. I mean, so it is, we've known each other for a little bit, for some time now, but I wouldn't really put any specific title on anything. I think that the thing is we met at when I was like, a lot younger as well. So it was like a growing process, and him almost like, putting so much into me and teaching me so much. And I definitely learned a lot. And that being said, I am like working so much on my career right now and everything that, my first priority is definitely not like a relationship. So, we're both like striving and doing our things in life and everything. And I'm very grateful for him. He's great.
You know what's funny? I see a bubble above your head. You're like, Scott, screw off. I can't believe you asked me that question.
It was like this. It was like, why is this man asking me these questions?
It's fine. The thing is you already know. I mean, as you grow and everything, you're going to be forced to, be in situations and answer questions that you may not fully just want to answer. So I totally understand. It's okay.
Listen,
it's starting early.
Your mom and the pageant probably taught you very well how to like work through questions that don't make, sometimes
That's
make you feel
very true.
whatever.
I definitely was getting asked about abortion when I was like 17 on stage. So,
Oh,
I mean,
Lord.
yeah,
Boy, that's heavy.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I remember, you're going into interviews with 5 to 10 judges. I was doing that from 12, 13, 14, 15, being faced and asking questions about politics, about just myself and everything. So it does mature you pretty fast.
Absolutely. And the fact that you have 3 brothers and a very old school father and mother who I'm sure probably grill any person that you ever want to bring home. As the youngest sister of 2 brothers, I get that very, very clearly.
Very true.
Can I ask you another question about just your life? Like, when you, oh my God, Scott.
What's happening now, Sue?
Oh my God, my house at night is just a zoo.
Suki, your house during the day is a zoo, at night it's a zoo. Go ahead.
Anyway, what I was curious about is at 24, you've already accomplished so much, right? We started like when becoming like this influencer, you turned from a model to using the platforms, Instagram, TikTok, brands, now developing brands, developing your portfolio. Like you said, you would always go back to school. Did you ever think about going back to school, maybe getting your MBA or pursuing something on a higher education sort of track? Or are you more on the practical sense of do things now while things are hot, and your career is where it's at?
So when I was in high school, I remember my senior year. I mean, I always, made good grades. I always prioritized my grades. I definitely was, the smartest amongst my little brothers. I took school very seriously. And then my senior year of high school, I did a capstone. I did a lot of SSL hours. I went above and beyond to make sure that I got into, the schools that I wanted. And I'm grateful to say that I did. But at the time, I go into school and everything was fine, but I just didn't feel fulfilled. And I'm sure a lot of, of the younger generation can relate, where it's like you're in school and you're just like, wait, like, I don't really know what I want to do. I'm like, stuck in the middle, this and that and the third. And the honest truth is, I really do feel like a lot of kids go to school because they follow what the society tells them to do, and especially their parents, especially traditional parents at that. So I am not against college at all, but with where I am in my career and with the things that I'm planning to do, I do not plan on going back to college at this very moment. It's not something that I'm focused on. I do think that it's also about breaking the cycle of thinking that you need to go to college to be successful, which you do not. And I feel
100%. Yeah. When you're an entrepreneur, you're an entrepreneur.
Exactly. And I feel like when you need to gain specific knowledge on things that involving your future occupation, such as being a lawyer or a doctor, then it's absolutely necessary for you. But I know so many of my close friends who have a whole degree in biology and they're not working anything at all in that field, So I definitely want to encourage breaking the society cycle and being able to make decisions based off what's best for you in your career.
Gallienne, when you put out the social media stuff, how many guys on a daily basis propose to you? You must have lunatics coming out of the woodwork from everywhere.
Yeah, it is. It is kind of funny. I do appreciate all the love and, the support from everybody, from men and from women. But, yeah, it's definitely, it allows, social media is a great thing because it allows for us to be a little bit more accessible and a little bit more personal, with other people. But then you also to have that like boundary, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, okay, like, you don't want to get too deep, but I'm very grateful for the support.
When Suki and I used to do the morning show here in New York, she used to get men requesting to see pictures of her feet, for God's sake.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, that's a big one. And that's like, I can't wrap my head around it. I'm not into it. I mean, for all the girls who are out there getting paid for their foot pictures, like, more power to you. Just not for me. But yeah, that's one of the top questions for sure.
Yeah, no, it's wild.
There was this guy called a shoe dangler. He loved every time we were on the set. And like sometimes when I was doing an interview, all of a sudden, like, when you're sitting on like one of those big high chairs, your heel would like kick off and then he would all of a sudden take a screenshot of it and he'd be like, can you dangle your shoe for me one more time? And I'd be like, God, that's so strange.
Oh my gosh.
And we would send them. We'd send them a picture of my shoe dangling off with my suit socks.
Oh my gosh. I really worry about the men in this generation because, I mean, with OnlyFans.
We're all insane.
DMs and all this stuff. I mean, all these weird fetishes that guys have. It's, I pray for the men in this generation for sure. It's a little scary sometimes.
Yeah,
listen,
for sure.
Before you go, we were talking earlier, I put up that article about Christie Brinkley and who she'd like to be on a deserted island with. If you could, Gallienne, pick, if there was one person, celebrity-wise, that you could, musician or actor, whatever it is, athlete, one person, who would you want to be stranded on a deserted island with?
That's a really good question.
And it doesn't have to be like a guy who, this guy can light fires and kill.
You know what? It's funny. I wasn't thinking about a guy, but
really,
I was not.
Wow.
No, definitely not. I just think with me being like with my age, I feel like I like to move in a way that's exclusive, and I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about, girl power. So if I was to be on an island with somebody and it had to be a celebrity or somebody, a public figure, it definitely would be a woman. And it's really, really funny, too, because Suki actually kind of mentioned her earlier. I could actually see myself being on an island with either J-Lo or Rihanna.
Yay! I would say that.
They're very, very influential women who have broken through
barriers.
so many barriers. They're just incredible women, well-rounded. And I love being around well-rounded women because with me, I'm doing so many different things as well. So that's inspiring to me.
Oh, I love that. I love that. I really love that because Scott and I are big J-Lo fans. We just don't like A-Rod so much.
I won't say anything on A-Rod, but I'm definitely very supportive of J-Lo and Ben. It's definitely
me too.
Ben is super cute. I love it. I'm here for it.
I'm here for it all day.
Before you go, let's pretend this is the second time you've come on the show. And just give me a little because I knew you.
Guys,
my life's been for the warning. Listen, you hit that record button, you throw stuff up on TikTok in 5 seconds. There's no warnings.
Voiceovers, remember voiceovers.
All right.
Second show, promise.
You better, please. Right. And if you're working on a project, come back.
Absolutely. No, I will definitely come back. We're going to grow a lot from here to then. So I'm excited.
Beautiful.
I love Gallienne Nabil. I didn't even mess up your name, did I? Gallienne Nabil.
I'm very surprised. That was very good. That's one thing. Yeah, you did great on that. Everything else is debatable.
I almost pulled out the video of you getting the laser wax for the bikini wax you're about to go on.
Scotty.
Hidden nowadays.
It's all on you. It's all on YouTube, Sue.
I know at this
Gallienne,
point.
thank you so much. You're an absolute pleasure. And best of luck to you. Keep doing what you're doing, and you're going to be we'll see you on some billboards in Times Square pretty soon.
Absolutely, yes. I'm excited.
You know what? Ringing the NASDAQ bell. Ding, 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 ding when your company goes public.
That too.
Well-rounded.
All right. Practice those songs for next time when you come on.
Okay, guys. All right.
Take care, Gallienne.
Bye, Gallienne. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Have a good rest of your day.
Wow, Sue. What a great young lady, huh?
Love it. I was going to say, any hair tips? Because her hair is like so shiny and beautiful.
Well, see, we had her on. Instead of me asking her to sing, you could have asked for some hair tips. What are you doing?
I know. I'll ask the next person.
Hold on, let me get back to our.
Listen, look, everybody's here. Our usual suspects are here.
Yeah,
Cherry
go ahead.
Hetrick,
Say hello.
Yvonne Burns, Jeannie Clay, Ann Rothy. Nick is here. Nick is saying Gallienne is such a genuine person. Let's see. Anita. Nick is saying once again, intelligent
Anita.
businesswoman. Terry Matthews, Leah Dawn Burke, Tina Maria.
Tina Maria.
Yeah, Tina Maria.
Isn't that remember Tina Marie? I just
Tina
want
Marie,
to
Tina
be
Marie.
your
lover
lover
girl.
I just want to
Rock your world.
So Caitlin Hughes coming up in just a second. Actress, singer, songwriter. She's been in some pretty cool stuff. One of the shows that I was watching that my wife pulled me into, LA's Finest, was on Netflix with Gabrielle Union and Jessica Alba. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It was kind of like a takeoff of Bad Boys.
I feel like I saw maybe a little bit of it, a couple of promos, but nothing. I haven't sat down to watch it.
Yeah. She's
but if Lara loves it, it must be a hit.
Lara liked it, but she's got some great music out. She's got some new album coming out now. We're going to come right back, and then we will get her on. Let me just pop this on real quick. We do a little business. Where is it? It's right here, Suki. What's going on in that house, Suk? We got it under control?
What's the...
Who's crying? There's no crying on this show. Who's crying, Suki?
She's right here.
Bring her over. Bring her over. Come here. Get her in here.
She's right here.
Get her in here. Get her in here. This part of the program will never see the light of day. Who's crying? Is it the dog or Hugh?
She's crying because she fell down the stairs.
Jesus.
And she hurt her knee. Because you know who carries their electronics with them.
Shiloh, let me ask you a question. I need your mother for 1 hour a day. Oh, tell her I need you. I need you for 1 hour a day, Suki. Shiloh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I need your mother for 1 hour a day. I don't want to compete for her attention.
Hop along. Don't drop the dog.
She's like, screw you, old man. So
okay.
Funny. You're a mess in that house, Sue. It's unbelievable.
I tell you, it's like every hour of the day, you're like, Suk, you okay?
Oh, my God. Unbelievable. Suk, listen, coming up on Thursday, very excited. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the Zombies coming on with us on Thursday. And let me tell you about the way she looks. The way she had to have the color of her hair. And the other one, what's the other big one? It's the time of the season
for loving.
And do you think, you know how they say, what's your name? Who's your daddy? Do you think that's the first public usage of the term, who's your daddy, Suk?
Probably the terminology, like who's your money man, like who's the guy
we gotta ask them. We gotta ask them about that.
Is he rich? Is he rich like me?
Has he taken any time? Oh, we're gonna have a good time with those guys.
Show you all the need to.
you better brush up on some zombies before they get here. Anyway, Suk, listen, Kaitlin Huwe is here. Actress, singer, songwriter. She's got some new music out. We're gonna talk. We're gonna have some fun. She's gonna sing a little bit. She'll sing with no problems, I bet. But here she is, and then we'll bring her on the other side. Take a look.
But if we don't come together, then we let If we don't come together, then I guess we'll never know. If we don't come together, then we let this healing go. If we don't come together, then I guess we'll never know. I guess we'll never know.
Hey, Caitlin, how are you?
Kaitlin Huwe, ladies and gentlemen. Caitlin, I knew your last name was Huey.
Huey.
And then
like somebody
told me it was Hugh, and I said, no, I heard her being introduced as Huey on stage. Nope, PR person. They confirmed that it was Hugh. You might want to talk to somebody over there and let them know how your last name is pronounced.
Okay, I need to talk to somebody over there.
Yeah.
You did your homework, Scott.
I did my homework. Yes, I did. So funny. How are you, young lady? So good to see you.
Well. I was just having the best time, like hanging out on the show. I love that you guys ask people to sing, but you will also throw down and sing as well. Like, I just really appreciate that.
We would never ask people to do anything we wouldn't do ourselves.
We don't do.
Right?
It's a vibe. I love
Absolutely. Some sing better than others, but you know what? It's worth the ask. And 99 out of 100 times, we'll get a little song out of somebody. We get a little song. I couldn't crack that safe on Gallienne to have her sing, and
she's holding back.
Yeah, and I could tell by her speaking voice, she probably has a nice singing voice. That's
smart
all.
Businesswoman. She's like, bring me on the show again, and then I'll deliver more.
Right.
You know, I respect that.
It's so funny. So how are you? My God, everything's going great for you. You're singing, you're songwriting, you're acting. I mean, you got it all going on.
Yes, everything is happening all at once. And sometimes I'm like, why is everything happening all at once? But it's also my favorite. And that's what I just keep doing. I just keep throwing things in the pot. But yeah, it's a very exciting time right now.
I don't think you can pick, because it seems like, everything that we read about you, you've been on this creative path since you were born. You were like, before you were even talking, you were singing. Is that true?
That's true. Yeah.
I love to see videos of people like that, because I swear my best friend's husband swears that he remembers himself doing things as a young child. I'm like, how's that possible? Memory really doesn't form till like 7, 8. How do you remember and do these things?
Yeah, I don't know. It was just in me. Like, as a child, my parents would like come back in my room, and I would just be like doing shows like in front of the mirror. I would have like all my stuffed animals. They have this really cute photo of me on like a family hike where I like got up on a tree stump, and I was like, I'm doing a show now. So it's like, I really should have sent some like baby pics over, and then you all can imagine that.
That is so funny. But it's funny because my mother always tells a story about how when I was like 3 years old, I was in a hospital, but like I had the croup cough or something, and she came into the room and I was gone, and she was in a panic. She didn't know where I was. And she went out into the hallway, and the nurse was pushing me down the hallway like in the crib thingy. And I was at the front of the crib singing Hello, Dolly. I'm like, there's no way.
No
at 3
way.
years, I'm like, hello, Dolly.
No.
She swears by it. I don't remember it. That's how the
I thought
story
you were going to
goes.
say, put up the picture of your, like, was it your 12th birthday? What was that?
Which one? Oh, my 12th birthday.
See, I thought you were hanging out in the nurse's office, because this is what was going on behind the scenes.
Caitlin, that's me. That's about 10 years old. Look at it. Started early for me.
He was born to be in show business.
That's what I'm
He's
saying.
like, get me in there.
Can you see him as a 3-year-old in the nurse's office going, ladies? He's like Finster baby. He's like, hello.
Well, listen, July 29th, which is next week, you have got this very exciting, it's a series, right? Not a movie. It's a series.
It's a movie. Purple Hearts
is a movie. Purple Hearts is a movie. Sophia Carson is in it. And you guys are just, I read about this production, and it's supposed to be insane. Tell us a little bit about Purple Hearts, coming out July 29th on Netflix.
Yeah, so it's a really beautiful film. It's about Sophia Carson's character and her lovely mate here, who they fall in love, and for show. And I don't want to give too much away. It's really hard to talk about, but She is diabetic.
Oh, okay.
And needs health insurance, and they work something out, and the film takes you on a wild ride, and there's so many ups and downs. She's a young singer-songwriter, he's a Marine, and I'm not going to say too much about it, but her character and my character have a little face-off showdown, which sets things in motion. And they get carried away. Hi, everyone. I'm seeing like the chat. So I'm really excited about it. It's a really incredible film. She sings in it. And they just did such a beautiful job telling such a dynamic story that weaves in, health issues in this country and how difficult it can be to get care in this country, especially insulin and getting affordable medication. And and then his whole journey as a Marine and what brings him into that. It's a really complex and beautiful film. And there's just so much heart in it. And so I'm really excited for everyone to see it.
That's great. So exciting.
So Top Gun Maverick isn't the only film of the summer, ladies and gentlemen. There are
there's
other
more
films that you can go check out.
And it's like a young romance. Like
I love those.
It's part of the Netflix Summer of Love, and we all need more love.
I've watched a lot of the Netflix Summer of Love stories already. So the summer I got pretty or something like that.
Yes.
The summer I realized I was
yeah. My daughter loves that.
I'm like an old person. I'm like, oh, isn't that sweet? It takes you back. It makes you nostalgic,
I love the fact that you were in Workaholics back in the day.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was my first TV job.
Comedy Central. That's great. I remember that show. Wow. That is unreal.
The funny thing about that show is that in the script, I'm there with my really good friend, Lindsay LaRose. She's the blonde, and Molly Schreiber, who's a TV writer now, and she's a great actress. But we had so much fun on set because Lindsay and I went to college together, and then she was a year above me, and then we ended up playing sorority sisters in Workaholics. And in this script, we were laughing so hard just the other night because it literally says that Jetta comes to a screeching halt because the guys think that like hot girls drive Jettas. So they lay in the street to get the car to come to a screeching halt. And then it says 3 7s get out of the Jetta. So I'm
That's you guys? You're a 7?
By the Workaholics boys. I'm a 7.
A 7. Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I mean, when you look at some of these pictures of you online, I wouldn't say 7.
Yeah, thank you for that. I do think that I deserve a rewrite on that. So Adam Devine, could you please tend to that? Thank you.
That is so funny. Now look at you out there. Now, if somebody said to you, Caitlin, you could take acting, you could take singing, songwriting. You can only take what you can go right or left. Which one would it be?
What would happen is it would be like my right and left arm, and then I would get ripped in half. That's what would happen.
You couldn't pick up.
It's so funny. I think my life would, in some ways, be a lot simpler if I just chose one, because I feel like you can move farther professionally if you're just like going for one thing and you're just like going down the line. But it seems like I'm going in a few directions at once. So the movement is slower, but it's broader and it's richer. And what it's really cool is like the last movie I did, The Nowhere Inn with St. Vincent, was totally infused with music, and I sang in that movie too. And then now I'm in Purple Hearts, where Sophia Carson is like singing and infusing music all in this film as well. And I feel like it's really just a sign that these things are meant for each other. And I'm really just finding sort of a really lovely home in stories that are centered around music or told through music, or it's part of it somehow.
What's it like when you're in a movie and you open your door and you got these two standing there at the door?
Honestly, so intimidating. I mean, I would not mess with these women. I would not mess with them.
Is that a little when you're acting, are you intimidated by them as actresses, as you're trying to do your part in this movie?
Oh my God, of course. I'm like constantly starstruck. Like everywhere I go, I'm just like, oh, I can't believe I'm working with St. Vincent. I can't believe I'm working with Jessica Alba. I can't believe I'm working with Gabrielle Union. Like
Gabrielle Union would intimidate the crap out of me.
I mean,
swear to God.
Yeah, they're just like incredible. And have just really developed such an incredible body of work. And it's always such a great sign to be in a room with artists at that level. My goal is to always be in a room with people who are like better than me and further ahead than me. So in some sense, I'm like, okay, this is right. And then there's always a little part of me that's freaking out.
I would be freaking out.
Yeah,
for sure.
Sook, is Leo okay back there?
I don't know what's going on.
Your child is beautiful.
Oh
If you-
yeah, she. You know what they do, because nobody takes their head, their face out of the phone, so they fall downstairs, and then they're like, "I've fallen, I can't." I'm like, "Well, get your face out of the phone."
I love it. Caitlin, do you got some new music, a new song out, right? A new
yeah,
video?
so I have a song out called King Size Bed, and we did a really beautiful music video for it that one of my best friends directed, Susie Filippo, incredible. And it's out on all major streaming platforms. And
I was gonna play some of the video, but the same people, the PR folks who didn't know your last name, said that that
you are killing her PR people.
He's just
right
throwing
now.
them under the
Why are
bus.
you throwing them under the bus? What the heck is wrong?
give me the names of those people, please. No, but they said that you may want to sing a little bit of that song here.
Oh, sure, yeah. Oh, I'm actually in my studio right now.
I was gonna say, you're very.
Is that your bathroom? Is that
coordinated.
Yes, everything needs to be monochrome. Everything needs to be like all in these warm hues.
Warm hues, earth tones.
I'm really trying to get into like a capsule wardrobe where you have
really
like
you really are.
Where it's all just like part of the same vibe.
Yeah.
This is
earthy.
my
I love you. You're so funny.
I built this studio during the pandemic, and it's like our garage in the back of the house. And I went crazy. Like I really lost my mind. And I was just
molding
like,
behind you? Is that what you did? You did molding and everything?
So yeah,
Hold on,
this
let's
is
wait.
actually these are thin wood panels that I put on the wall, and there's actually LED lights behind them. So at night, like I can turn on different colored LED lights.
Nice.
It's super fun. And then this is like a sound. We made a soundproof materials, and I like looked it up. I have a good friend who like researched it all, and we got the insulation foam, and we built wood frames, and then we just decided to put fur all over the walls because why not,
Because why not?
But yeah, this has been like my safe haven for the last 2 years. We always lived with friends and artists, and in COVID, everybody just kind of flew the coop, and I've always wanted to have a room of one's own where I can just shut the door and honestly just be really loud. It's kind of like very important for the health of my home for me to have a place where I can go and be loud. But yeah, this song, King Size Bed, I wrote
on a king size bed.
I was on a king size bed. I was on an artist retreat in New Mexico, and it was the first time I had gotten to be alone a very long time and have a room of one's own. It was years before I had this studio, and I did a fundraising concert with all my family and friends in my hometown to like fundraise enough so that I could take 2 weeks and go into the wilderness of New Mexico and write music. And they all just really showed up for me, and I got to go and write, but I really missed my sweetheart. So this is a song about
Wait,
that.
who's your sweetheart?
I have a little man.
Oh
my God. Ah! He's going to be so embarrassed. Yeah,
Yes,
I mean,
he's in your aesthetics, you know that?
Everything needs to be in the aesthetic.
Aesthetics, my God.
Everything needs to all go together cohesively.
That's so funny.
That's my bear. That's my bear.
Go ahead, you light it up. You sing as much as you want, as much or as little as you like.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I know the song's pretty long, so I won't do the whole thing.
Do it.
You let me go away. You let me have some space. You really showed your strength.
thoughts aren't so nice. So I'll build a fire. I'm out here trying to make some peace and find out what I really need. Is our love just a routine? Or is there something deeper? Or are you just a weakness? 'Cause it hasn't been easy trying to fall asleep in a king-size bed without you beside me, without you beside me, without you beside me. I need to say I'm sorry if I ever told you to be my everything. Now I know that you're just one person. We were below the surface. Everything is inside me. Baby, our love is fire. I'm out here trying to make some peace, and I feel you're here with me in the trees, and I'm so glad I am listening to the silence, the revealing quiet. But it hasn't been easy trying to fall asleep in a king-size bed without you beside me, without you beside me, without you beside me. But now I'm starting to see how I can be more fully myself in a king-size bed, in a king-size bed, in a king-size bed.
I love it. Beautiful.
Wow, very nice.
I bet he fell in love with you all over again after,
Very
you know.
nice.
I mean, gee whiz.
That is
your
really
bear
cool.
must love you.
Yeah. Yeah. He has a little songbird in the house.
Oh, so cute.
Chirping
so cute.
away.
Is he there? Is he there with you now? Because I see you looking off.
Oh no,
Is he
he's
there?
like in the main. No, I'm alone. He's
Oh,
in the
okay.
main house.
Do you know who you look like? Do you know
who?
She just won the Academy Award. Jessica Chastain.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! Thank you.
Yeah.
I will receive that. I love Jessica Chastain.
I mean,
She
you
is
really
so
have a
fierce.
You have a lot of Jessica Chastain vibes too.
I could see
Maybe I
that.
could play like her cousin or like her child or something.
You can. I think you can.
Is it true, Caitlin, that you had a major sex scene in SEAL Team with David Boreanaz?
David Boreanaz.
Is that true?
No.
Oh, okay. I was just checking. I just wanted to make sure.
I was like, I don't remember that, but maybe that happened. I don't know. I feel like I would remember.
Is it true that you had a wild sex scene in Therapy with Pammy with your co-star? Is that true? Nothing?
No.
Okay. Now this is something that you got. Are you guys still doing this?
Oh my gosh. Have you seen any of this?
No, I saw it from today. I was looking at
She's a wild one. We have done a season 1. I don't know if we'll go back and do a season 2. I think because Pammy is such a wild character, I developed this character in Groundlings. and Stephanie Erb, who is a incredible actress, and she's been on over like 90 episodes of television. She's just like a real pro. She and I did a play together, and we were backstage of our play, and I was like just doing the Pammy face and doing the Pammy voice like backstage, and she was just like, she just thought it was the funniest thing, and so then she would start interviewing me, and then we started making these little videos backstage, and then they just like went like crazy. People were like obsessed with them, and they were like always asking for more Pammy. So we produced this whole series, which is on YouTube. Y'all can go watch it. It's called Therapy with Pammy.
But I feel like Pammy is like indicative of so many people. This is like everything. I mean,
the crazy thing is that I did this before they had those wild face filters that would like do this. So mine is like genuine, you know, like this is really no filter. You know? So that's like a facial yoga party trick that I can do. But I really want to do like another season with like a totally different character. I have a couple ideas. Like I have this like professional dog walker character who has like a fanny pack, and like she's just very intense. And so
we have a lot of those in our neighborhood. I think you need to. By the way, you mentioned the Groundlings. I mean, like, wow, what a formidable, comedy troupe to be a part of, to put your name to, legacy of it. You're no schlep, sister. You're no schlep. That's for sure.
Sook, by the way, I have some behind the scenes footage of what it's like to be on a first date with Caitlin. You want to see?
Yes.
Oh no.
I'll show you. I'll show you how it goes. We had the cameras rolling on a first date. Take a look.
You said 8, didn't you?
8-ish?
No, you said 8.
Thank you.
You've just earned your first red flag. After 3 flags, the date's over.
What? You're kidding.
I mean, when we first meet somebody that we could potentially be interested in, we immediately analyze them, and in doing so, we take note of any warning signs that this person may not be right for us. It's natural. I'm just taking a more practical approach. You were late, I felt disrespected, and now you have a flag.
I love it. I love it. I wish I did more of that stuff growing up.
Now you have a flag. You're screwed. You have a flag. Yeah. 3 and you're out.
That's the whole thing now. People are like, red flag, red flag, red flag on dates. It's a really big deal.
Funny.
Wouldn't it be funny if we just threw them down on the table and we were just honest about it? Like, hey,
red flag.
Just so you know, that's like a warning sign for me.
I feel like we should be really literal.
Yeah. Like an NFL ref with the flag, the penalty flag. Caitlin,
what is that? Indecent touching, something pushing.
Right, illegal exposure.
Illegal exposure.
Illegal touching of the tush, 40 yards. Caitlin, you got the guitar there. You got the guitar there. I always love to ask singer-songwriters, what their like the cover song is. What's your go-to cover song? Like if you're in a bar playing for people who are drunk and you want them to sing along, what's your go-to cover song?
Honestly, you can't go wrong with Dreams, Fleetwood Mac.
Oh, Fleetwood Mac. Oh, God.
Could you do a little of that?
Of course. I'm a human.
You killed me right now. You really need to be like on SNL. I swear to God.
Babe, let's go.
You really need to be on SNL. You are hysterical.
Well, here you go again. You say you want your freedom. Well, who am I to keep you down? It's only right that you should play it the way you feel it. But listen carefully to the sound of your loneliness, like a heartbeat drives you mad. Stillness of remembering what you had and what you lost and what you had.
Here, listen.
And what you lost. Thunder only happens only love you when they're playing. Say women, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you'll know. You'll know. You'll know.
Beautiful.
Thunder only
I love Stevie.
happened just like the white-winged dove. Suki, she's back. She's back. Just like the white-winged. Caitlin, listen.
Caitlin, I can see you on SNL. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
I mean, I
totally.
really
Thank
can.
you so much.
I
With
could
my
see you
dog
doing it.
walker character.
Yeah.
With your dog walker, the flags person, all these characters.
Or the
that
the
you've-
Pammy stuff. I could see you doing
Oh
that
my God, I
Pammy
know
stuff.
Pammy.
There
Pammy
you
is
go.
a universe of her own.
You
Enjoy
almost-
that YouTube hole.
You almost look like a little Christina Applegate in this picture right here.
Oh my gosh. I hope
Right?
that she is not offended by that. I don't know.
Listen, the new movie out on the 29th. Where'd it go? Here it is. Purple Heart's coming out. Netflix, July 29th. Obviously, it's up there, forever now, so you could see it after the 29th. You got to check it out.
It's
Caitlin
the Summer of
Huwe is
Love
in it. The Summer
on
of Love.
Netflix.
Caitlin has a huge sex scene in this movie. It's fantastic.
Oh my gosh, Scotty, what's wrong with you?
Oh no! Am I thinking of somebody else?
No.
Look at her. She's like,
She's like, no. Red
that's so
flag.
Red flag.
Red flag. That's 3 flags. Do you think that your bear would let you do a love scene in a movie? Would
Sure.
he be upset by that?
Oh, that's not up to him.
It's
But,
Would he be upset by that?
well, I will tell you this. The first play he ever saw me in before we started dating
Mhm.
was a Shakespeare play called
Okay.
Taming of the Shrew. And
Oh.
I played Kate. I played Kate the Shrew. And, with Shakespeare, the whole vibe is that you place it in a time and place and you throw a theme on there. And so this was Taming of the Shrew, a BDSM love story.
Wow.
So that is the first play that he ever saw me in. And so he knows what he signed up for.
That's
I
so
love it. I
funny. That's so
love it.
funny. Caitlin, listen, thank you so much for coming on. You're really fantastic.
It was so
You
great
were-
to hang out with you guys. You guys are so fun. I feel like we could talk
Caitlin,
all
listen,
night.
your PR person, Laura
Yeah, but
Michaels
just-
has got to be calling. I mean, Jesus Lord. I
But
mean,
make sure-
seriously, you're
Make sure
brilliant.
they sure they
Brilliant.
say we've got Kaitlin Huwe coming in to see you.
Yes.
Not-
Because I
not
don't know
Hugh.
who Kaitlin Huwe is. I don't know who that is. You
let-
had it right, Scott, and that's all that matters. You
Listen,
really
I know.
you knew.
Caitlin, I knew. You are an absolute treasure and a pleasure and a treat, and continued
really are.
success to you.
Triple threat.
And
Thank
please
you so much. Thanks for having me on. It was so great.
come
to
back.
chat with
Come
you.
back anytime. All right.
Will do.
I
All
have
right,
a funny
Caitlin.
feeling we're going to be seeing a lot of you, Caitlin.
Yeah,
You're
really.
very talented.
Thank
Purple
you.
Hearts, ladies and gentlemen. Netflix, July 29th. Caitlin, take
Bye to
care.
Bear on that king size bed. Bye, Bear.
Bye.
See you later. Bye bye. Suki, what a talented young lady.
I mean,
I mean-
honestly, she is so funny. I mean,
Oh my goodness.
makes sense. She's so quick witted. She's from the groundlings.
Unbelievable.
I mean, there's incredible comedy.
Sook, listen, I'll tell you real quick who we have tomorrow, and then I got a couple Philly songs coming on tomorrow. So we got this guy by the name of Eric North. He's the Happiness Warrior.
Oh yes.
He's got a huge following. He's like our age, and he's he's one of these-
Inspirational, aspirational.
boundless energy. Singer Marilyn Scott is coming on tomorrow, and then of course that'll be at 7:30 again. Then of course on Thursday we got the big one with the zombies because she's not there. And let me tell you about the way. Jake Thistle already sent me a video that he did covering the zombies. So
By
I got
the way,
that.
I was thinking about Jake Thistle because Jackson Brown is in concert in our area this summer, and I was thinking, oh my God, Jake Thistle.
Jakey boy's out there doing his thing for the summer. And Sook, listen, great show tonight. Gallienne Nabila, Kaitlin Huwe, just a phenomenal show. Just a little treat for our ladies. I got a little Philly songs coming up for you guys. Sook, we'll do it again tomorrow, babe.
Just let me hear some of that rock and roll music. Any old way you choose it. You got a backbeat, you can lose it. Any old time you use it. It's gotta be rock and roll music. If you wanna dance with me. If you wanna dance with me. I have no kicks against modern jazz, unless they try to play it too darn fast and change the beauty of the melody until it sounded like a symphony. That's why I go for that rock and roll music. Any old way you choose it. You got a backbeat, you can lose it. Any old time you use it. It's gotta be rock and roll music. If you wanna dance with me. If you wanna dance with me. I took my loved one over across the track so she could hear my man wailing sad. I must admit they have a rockin' band. Man, they're blowing like a hurricane. That's why I go for that rock and roll music. Any old way you choose it. You got a backbeat, you can't lose it. Any old time you use it. It's gotta be rock and roll music. If you wanna dance with me. If you wanna dance with me. Way down south they gave a jubilee. I tell you folks they had a jamboree and drink a beer from a wooden cup. All the folks dancing all shook up. They started playing that rock and roll music. Any old way you choose it. You got a backbeat, you can't lose it. Any old time you use it. It's gotta be rock and roll music. If you wanna dance with me. Said if you wanna dance with me. Oh, if you wanna dance with me. Oh, if you wanna dance with me. What have I gotta do to make you love me? What have I gotta do to make you care? What do I do when lightning strikes me? And to wake to find that you're not there. What do I gotta do to make you want me? What have I gotta do to be heard? What do I say when it's all over? And sorry seems to be the hardest word. It's sad, so sad. It's a sad, sad situation, and it's getting more and more absurd. It's sad, so sad. Why can't we talk it over? Oh, it seems to me sorry seems to be the hardest word. Sad, so sad. It's a sad, sad situation, and it's getting more and more absurd. It's sad, so sad. Why can't we talk it over? Oh, it seems to me that sorry seems to be the hardest word. What do I gotta do to make you love me? What have I gotta do to be heard? What do I do when lightning strikes me? What have I gotta do? What have I gotta do? And sorry seems to be the hardest word. There's a man who leads a life of danger. To everyone he meets, he stays a stranger. With every move he makes, another chance he takes. Odds are he won't live to see tomorrow. Secret aged man, secret aged man, they've given you a number and taken away your name. Beware of pretty faces that you find. A pretty face can hide an evil mind. Yeah, be careful what you say, or you'll give yourself away. Odds are you won't live to see tomorrow. Secret aged man, secret aged man, they've given you a number and taken away your name. Secret aged man, secret aged man, they've given you a number and taken away your name. Swinging on the Riviera one day, and then laying in the Bombay Alley the next day. Oh, don't you let the wrong word slip while kissing persuasive lips. The odds are you won't live to see tomorrow. Secret aged man, secret aged man, they've given you a number and taken away your name. Secret agent man. Yeah.
Suki and Scott show. We are feeling good today.
Multi-Emmy Award-winning co-hosts Sukanya Krishnan and Scott Stanford captivate viewers with their infectious personalities.
What you gonna do today?
And unmatched chemistry.
An Irish accent.
Suki, this is a Belgian accent. Don't you know your Belgian accent?
I do not.
Suki and Scott are hanging out with celebrities.
That's the best intro for a show I maybe have ever seen.
This is one of the funnest shows I've ever done.
You guys are talented amongst your own selves.
Can you paint with all the colors of the wind?
We'll be right back.
Elite comedians.
Suki and Scott and Wayne. Got a big heart, Scott.
And entertainers from all four corners of the world. Suki and Scott share moments that make you think.
I just ate 2 grapefruits, and nothing sexual about what happened here, I gotta tell you.
Uplifting stories that inspire.
No matter how hard life gets or what you go through, you can always make it through.
And they'll make you smile.
I'm Mike Wallace.
Now, more than ever, the world needs laughter.
Just slip out the back, Jack.
Suki and Scott are ready.
Okay, this one.
Let's laugh together. The Suki and Scott Show.
We love you.